time for your Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Mark McKee. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Sean. Morning, Milo. It's Christmas time, obviously, and we're coming to the end of 2017. And I always think it's a good time to reflect on how the year has been and moving forward. And you look around town, and the town is super busy, and contractors are busy, retailers, restaurants, hotel, motel. People are starting to pile in. Not as many because of a little bit lack of snow, but still lots of people in town, and the place is busy. And City Hall is the same. City Hall has had an extremely difficult year this year. Extremely busy. As much as we should be thanking all the community for all the things they do, I think that we should take a second and thank City Hall and all the people that work there. They put up with a lot. It's been really busy. There's been no major increases in any staffing this past year, and yet the workload has super increased. So, the girls at the front counter and the development services and Parks and Rec and Public Works, and I know I'm going to forget somebody upstairs in administration, but, everybody does a really good job and they're there to serve the community. And I just want to just take 30 seconds and wish them a Merry Christmas and thank them for the great job that they do. In this whole reflecting of 2017, there's been a resurgence of the splash park, and I know that you sit on that committee, and the people do a great job, and it's going to be such a good facility. When you talk to anybody about it, we were at the seniors dinner, the Christmas dinner the other night, and mentioned the splash park and the whole Farwell Park and revitalizing it, and you could see that there's a lot of memories from Farwell Park, from the little kiddies pool, and now with people thinking about this splash park coming and becoming a reality, it really brings a lot of that nostalgia back from what that park used to be. And the community's jumping on board. I know that they've already raised over $200,000, and the latest one to jump on board is Downey Timber, who just a few days ago made a commitment of $5,000 for the splash park. So that's good, and I really think that more and more people are going to jump on board, and that splash park is going to become a reality.
The city recently was given notice that there'll be an injunction from the CSRD, so I know you can't talk too much about some things because of that.
They're applying for an injunction with the court.
Yeah. And I have some questions that were from last week. I'll ask them. If you can go down that road, great.
I will try to.
Okay. Why are meetings on such public matters such as fire protection for the CSRD Southlands held in camera and away from any public input or media coverage?
This whole negotiation of the fire services agreement, it's actually been out of camera almost as much or more than it's been in camera, and I think that people have to realize that it's never a good scenario to be negotiating in public. We should be sitting down at the table, and it's been tried for quite some time, over a year. We've been trying to put this deal together. We've gone back and forth. We've drawn up an agreement. We've amended it a couple of times, and I think we've put together an arrangement that's pretty good. But people have to remember is that one is that the makeup of the regional district is changing. More houses, businesses, bigger. They're bigger. There's more people. When you look at what's been happening around, especially around North America, look at California right now with grass fires and things. It's becoming more and more serious. Not only do we have to look after that property, we have to look after the people that are fighting these fires, and we have to have the right equipment, enough equipment. There's obviously a water supply issue in all of the regional district. There's no fire hydrant. It's a legal agreement. That's the reason why it's being done, a lot of it in camera, but a lot of it has been done out of camera as well.
Why is the city going after the residents of the Area B for the protection of the drawdown zone? This is BC Hydro land.
That's right. Well, it's still Area B land. And having said that, we're recommending and requiring a specialized piece of equipment. If we are successful between the regional district and the city of coming to an agreement and signing the fire services agreement, there will be a vehicle provided by BC Hydro specifically for the drawdown zones and the flats area.
Oh, okay.
Just to add a little bit of clarification, what happens in the flats, especially at certain times of the year, is that if there's a grass fire down there, we send equipment down there. Most of the time, or some of the time, that equipment gets stuck. We're not doing our job. We're putting our equipment and our men at risk because they can't be mobilized. We have to send down a tow truck to pull it out because of the mud and everything else. So we just don't have the right equipment, and that's part of what's going on. And Hydro recognizes that and has come up to the table. We just have to get this agreement signed, and there will be drawdown zone equipment that will be made available to us.
Will the fire protection be affected in the Begbie Bench, Peaks Lodge, and Glacier House area, and are they included in all of this?
Well, it just, and I don't know exactly, if it's Area B, CSRD, then yes, they're affected. If it's inside the city limits, no, they won't be affected.
So what you're trying to tell me, Mark, is you don't have an exact map in your brain?
Oh, well, I do, but you see my little finger going around? That's I'm tracing out the map right now.
How many days?
326.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Milo.